Here's some more conifers that just got delivered. This first one is the white fir, concolor fir, abies concolor, from Conifer Kingdom, and it's actually grafted onto an abies firma rootstock, which, as you probably have heard in other videos, is what you want to have when you attempt to grow fir in Middle Tennessee, because this tree normally would be growing up in the cold, dry climates of the Rocky Mountains, and the roots would not do well here. But abies firma, which is Japanese fir, will do well. So you get these kind of Frankenstein firs that are grafted onto a different rootstock. This is the blue cloak cultivar of white fir, which I think is a little bit weeping in tendency. A little bit droopy on the branches, but should do fine. I think you kind of stake it up to keep it going straight. I'll show you what else I got. Okay, this one is a pitch pine, Pinus rigida, and that was purchased from, I believe the name of the vendor is MikesPlants on Etsy. It's actually kind of hard to find, even though this is a native pine tree to Tennessee, mainly eastern Tennessee and all along the east coast of the United States. There's really not many good sources to find it online. This one is potted, as you can see, and I've found that potted trees do a whole lot better, have much higher survival rates than bare root. I wouldn't even consider buying bare root after my experience with bare root in the past. There's actually some online vendor, Tennessee Wholesale Nursery, selling bare root, and they're terrible. So I would go for something that's potted, and MikesPlants did a good job packing it. Tree looks great. This is pitch pine. And right next to it, another one from MikesPlants. This is Virginia pine, also potted. There you go. Tree looks fantastic. I'm looking forward to getting that in the ground. Right next to that, I have 3 of the same type of tree here. This is Spruce Pine, Pinus glabra. The interesting thing about this is, well, a couple interesting things. Number one, it mainly grows a lot further south, like lower down in Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. And supposedly this pine is more shade tolerant than most pines usually are. So I'm going to try to pick a spot that's protected somewhat from the weather in case it does have a problem with super cold temperatures, which I don't think it really will. And also pick a spot that may be shadier than other spots where I need to put something there, just see if this pine can do well. These are from mailordernatives.com, and the only downside is that, notice on the top there, instead of getting a larger shipping box or bending the tips, as I've seen with other shippers, they basically just cut the top off of the trees, which, I don't know, maybe they don't have much experience with conifers. Take a look at that. Focus this. There you go. See that? You're not really supposed to cut the top off of a conifer, so that's a pretty bad rookie mistake there. Maybe they don't know what they're dealing with. That's going to negatively impact the growth pattern and speed of growth for this tree. And the only thing I can say positive about this situation is they actually had it, because this appears to be the only source for spruce pine. They're actually out of stock now, so we'll see what happens. There are a few. Here's a bud that has not been trimmed. Let me show you what that looks like. Maybe that will become the new leader. I don't know. Maybe it'll sprout new leaders. And it looks like actually in the past they've, see this right here, they've cut the top before, so I don't really know what that's about, if they're trying to create a bush, but it's not really the way to grow pines. Obviously, the guys up at MikesPlants know what they're doing, because these trees have not been cut in any weird ways. So I highly recommend MikesPlants on Etsy if you want to get some good pines.